Banking technology and innovation. This is what we will be talking in today's video. It is all about banking technology. Remember, banking technology is referred to the use of sophisticated information and communication technology together with computer sciences to enable the banks to offer a better service to its customers in a secure and a reliable fashion and probably get an advantages over other competing banks. So, what is my bank business? Remember, this is my bank business. It's all, everything is my bank business, be it the core banking solutions, CBS, management information system, or internet within the bank, ATMs, automated teller machines, POS, point of sales terminals, or cash dispenser, card management, document management. We're talking about resource management, risk management, customer relationship management, any branch banking, electronic banking. We look into it. It is the bank business of the corporate business. Using what they have to raise money, right? They have to raise deposit. What will do with the raising deposit? So they will have cash in hand, which they can give to the loans and miscellaneous services. So this is how the bank business will be working around here. So core banking solutions, your CBS, core banking systems altogether. We're talking about mobile banking. We're talking about automated teller machines. We are talking about telebanking. We are talking about multiple branches, and client can self-service himself altogether. When we have the automated teller machines, as in depositing the money, as in dispensing of the cash, net banking, obviously yes, and other kind of reports that needs to be downloaded, maybe your income tax report, maybe your fixed deposit report, that goes on and on and on, and such thing is what a CBS core banking solution, or should I say core banking system, is all about it. So exactly what am I talking? We're talking about electronic banking. We're talking about ATMs. We're talking about branch banking. Remember, branch banking, there can be head office and there can be multiple of branches located at different part of the city, in different cities, in different provinces, in different countries. And we are talking about only head office and banking thereby. And how can we manage them? Manage such a big operation? It is only an IT, information technology development, that can help us in reducing the cost, help us in banking services, promoting banking services, help us in branding ourselves and customer demographic as on when on basis. Remote banking, remember, this is almost a virtual banking. Remote banking, there's no bank and still you are able to service your customer. What a wonderful thing to do around here. Remote banking refers to the provisions of extending banking services without face-to-face contact between the bank employees and its customer. Types of remote banking is kiosk banking. The customer can use multi-purpose automated teller machine installed by the bank, which may be used to as an interactive link between customers and the bank. Obviously, yes, automated teller machines or ATMs are located at vital positions in different part of the city, part of the town, part of the provinces, and so on and so forth. Telephone banking is again another message carrier to enable a person to a person or a voice automated communication between the bank and the customers. Then we have something called online banking. Internet banking is used to message carrier, where the computer uses a personal computers and a modem to connect with the bank using its own websites or a software provided by the bank thereby, and that is very important for you to do around it. Future trend, let me try to predict certain future trends in remote banking. Spectacular growth in the use of online banking facilities to manage money rather than just for accounting and reporting in both retail and corporate sector. New digital signatures legally binding in multiple countries, in fact many countries should I say, leading to an entirely new patterns of consumer activity. Huge growth in wireless banking system, payment system using mobile phones thereby. What are we looking at it? We are talking about electronic payment system. Payment system, payment is made by two ways: paper based or electronic based system. In the paper based, there are various types of instrument like checks, drafts, pay orders, interest, dividend warrants. Whereas interbanking clearing system, we have the GSEC, at times is known as government securities clearing, or the forex clearing, are the system of the electronic basis of payment. The types of e-money, we have card-based money, the plastic card, the credit card, the debit card, the ATM card, and then we have the network-based money where you can do it with your PIN numbers or your unique identification numbers, and probably with the passcode or other self-generated check and balances which have been done by the bank repeatedly. Reason for adopting the e-money is slowly Probably yes, this is the digital currency is right now it is in the nascent stage, but it is going to catch up like a fire in due course of time. Reluctance of the merchant to accept the card as a mode of payment. Cost of consideration of the merchant, that is installation of and the transactions of the machines and the this is not an instant ramification. You don't have the gratification is missing. You get a you sell a product and you get the cash in hand. Probably you get the cash in your bank in a day, probably at latest point, but not immediately as such, which has improved a lot. In fact, nowadays, if you are doing it through credit card, it can be instantly credited out there. Even with your faceless cards, anything, any digital currencies, it will be reflecting immediately in your bank account, but not in your hand. Cost consideration of the customers and insufficient customer information. Now, technology and banking strategy. Technology is an important strategic tool for banks to safeguard for a long-term competitiveness, cost efficiency, and profitability. Cost aspect, the use of technology in banking sectors to reduce per transaction cost. Revenue aspects, offering new services, attracting more number of customers, reach customer demand per se. What about the banking sector? The technology resources are used in a number of ways by the banks, as in when on basis. Number of customers to be serviced through both remote banking and conventional banking. Bank branches, because of the remote channel, would not be become completely substitute. Physical presence of the bank is still available. We have the mergers, we have the strategic alliances. Cost efficiency can be achieved by the use of more efficient technology in merged bank. Strategic alliances have been fixed or framed between various banks to increase cooperation and know-how and probably to share the information technology caused thereby. So effects of technology on risk on banking. Now let us talk about the strategic risk. Yes, we have increased in competition. There is an excessive investment in technology. There is a little bit of a time lag for getting break even given the cost of the infrastructure. But once it's a great break even, it is only win-win scenarios, and the break evens are also achieved very quickly because of the scale of the operation that it can manage. So we are talking about legal risk, operating risk, and the credit risk thereby. So delivery channels and the channel migration. What are we looking at? Changing business needs paved for the new technologies and channel migration. The key areas of application of technology can be classified by two as follows: the transaction processing cost and the cost cutting method automatically. Delivery channels and channel migrations. Transaction processing, what are we looking? Making routine transaction, but necessary work, which becomes easier, faster, accurate, and on time, cheaper. So if a customer is able to service his own request, put in his own request, service his own request, probably the customer is thrilled altogether, and the bank is much more happier because not only the bank has a satisfied customer, but it's also the cost of delivering the service has become almost zero. Focused factory concept of process like account opening and check clearing. Delivery channels, let me talk about the economies of scales as we have been talking about it, controls and consistencies in the process. If you are doing it on your own, your checks and balances, it is on the onus is on the customers to keep it in mind. Reduce loan on branches, improve turnaround time, and automated check processing as the case might be, mostly facilitated, and now it has become almost automated. Absolutely, you can see it within a speck of a second. Then comes the cost cutting, wonderful achievement by the information technology, by the technology that has been brought in the banking. The manpower of the bank has become skeleton thin. In fact, now it can run on its own. You just need to have an automated machine altogether. For the sake of some customers, you may have some employees, but they are not a high skilled employees that we're talking about it. Yes, we have achieved cost cutting to a certain extent, normal transaction or rerouting, automating integral administrative tasks, centralized operations per se. Types of channel, internet banking services, automatic teller machines, mobile banking, call center. These are the four different types of channels through which a customer can interact with the bank. Again, I repeat, IBS internet banking services, automatic teller machines, ATMs, mobile banking, and call center. Sales. Pre-sales is account opening. Post-sales is cross-selling and probably relationship deepening as and when on basis. Transactions are what? There are n numbers of transactions. I'm just giving you a dozen for you to understand. There's a cash payment, cash withdrawal, request for demand draft, pay orders, account opening, closure, transferring of an account from one branch to another branch, balance inquiry, last few transactions, statement of account, checkbook request, check status inquiry, demat queries, top payment, fund transfer, balance, and probably interest certificate, fixed deposit certificate, you name it, and we can have it in numbers of time. We're talking about issuing of debit card, issuing of ATM card, issuing of credit card, extensions, damages, changes in the name format, probably reissuing or probably increasing the limit of the card, and there are n numbers of jobs. So at the end, I would love to summarize that it is quite clear that banking technology has emerged as a separate discipline in its own right. As regards to the future direction, the proliferation of research in all fields of technology and computer sciences can make a steady inroads into our banking technology, because any new research that idea in these disciplines can potentially have a good impact on banking technology. With this, I come to an end of this video presentation. Thank you for watching it.